Hey, how's it going, YouTube? How y'all doing today? Well, I got maybe... So I was looking at things this morning, getting plans together for what I would like to do with these cattle. I'm looking at it. I may start hauling cattle from here on February 14th. May start hauling them half a dozen or so at a time. Get these biggest animals to market, then start working I guess to these lighter ones. Well, I have less than 2 months now to have everything ready for hay. In about 2 months I should be drilling hay into this field. So I got less than 2 months. I still got some small animals. This animal, these two right here, are definitely under a 3 weight. They may be getting close, but they're under. I would say there's a very good chance that these two are under a 3 weight. These are two of 3 that I believe are under a 3 weight. They're getting kind of close. Oh well, I may need to just make a pen out front for a few animals to stay in right up until hay season, up until April, when I'm drilling hay. I was kind of putting everything together this morning, thinking about what I'm going to do, making a plan for all this. So I have a 150 truck with a bumper pull trailer. I could haul maybe 7, 8. Oh, I could maybe haul 7 5-weight cattle to market safely at a time. So instead of doing that, I figured, what if I paid somebody with a livestock trailer, a gooseneck livestock trailer, 250, something like that, to haul these cattle for me all at once. Then I paid them about $250. If I paid them about $250, they hauled all these cattle at once. That means I could hold all of these cattle up until April, which would give me more time to put weight on these animals, would ultimately may cover that cost for that $250. So yeah, I'll have to figure something. Well, I'm gonna figure something here. Things are on track, everything's going good. Just got well, in 2 months, all these animals, in 2 months I'll have to be drilling hay into this field. So yep, gotta see what I'm gonna do. I'm sure it's gonna it's gonna be okay. I have I was taking a look at things this morning. I got about 3 days worth of alfalfa left. Grass is growing in extraordinarily well. It still needs a couple more days before it's at grazing height. Well, so it's supposed to rain this week around Tuesday, Wednesday. Supposed to get about an inch of rain. There's enough moisture in the soil right now to grow this grass for about, I would say, with a bit of if that grass, maybe 2 weeks, because a bigger grass plant will use more water than a smaller grass plant. So if I had a small grass plant that grew for 3 weeks, if that grass is exponentially larger, it'll use exponentially more water. So it's supposed to rain again on Tuesday. If that's all we get for rain in February, I'll have to start hauling these cattle early. A big thing that so there is zero such thing as a guarantee in life, right? I am able to mitigate risk, though. I am able to take less risk. I need to make money on these cattle. It's cost me almost I would say I probably spent close to $2,000 feeding these cattle for 6 months, for 4 or 5 months. It's probably cost me almost $2,000. So if I put that on top of what it cost me to bring in cattle, as well as losses that I've had on cattle, All that stuff adds up. All that stuff added up, I need to make money. So that $2,000 in feed, that $375 that I spent per animal, I had animals die. All that stuff combined, I need to make money. I need to make more than that. So to mitigate risk, one big thing that I could do to mitigate risk is to add weight onto these cattle, because cattle get sold, they go onto market per poundage. So if I get $1 a pound at 600 at 6 weight, I would get $600 an animal. $1 per pound is very low. So by pushing weights up, I am able to mitigate risk. I'm able to mitigate how much it costs me, or how much risk I am taking in terms of needing to make money. I am able to, well, it's all about mitigating risk. Why did I, well, grass, for example, grass is all about mitigating risk. Like, grass is cheaper than hay, so I'd rather plant grass. I'm mitigating risk by making it cost less for me to put weight on these animals. I am feeding also by feeding grass, I'm able to put a higher protein content into these animals compared to most hays. So that's also mitigating risk. So a lot of stuff that I do, there is zero such things as a guarantee. It's more about mitigating risk than seeing, oh my God, I'm gonna create this perfect picture that's just gonna go, everything's just gonna go flawlessly. More so than that, it's just about mitigating risk, reducing my costs, increasing animal weights, keeping animals in good health. All that stuff is ultimately to mitigate risk, so that when I take these animals to market, I make money. I need to make money. I make money on these cattle, I'm gonna buy myself some more land. I need to buy that land as soon as possible too, because that's all about mitigating risk as well. Because if I take a 30-year loan from a bank for 20 acres, that's $1,000 a month on 5% interest. If I take that if I take that loan when I'm 50, I'll be paying it to zero by the time I'm 80. So I need to do it right now. I need to do it as soon as possible, because that will mitigate risk for me. That will give me as much time as I need. Or well, I mean, who knows, you know? Like, there is zero such thing as a perfect picture. I would love to live to be an old man. Just get to farm, be an old man. So if I live to be an old man, I'm either gonna have more land, or I'll be sitting on just what I got. So I need to take that risk right now when I'm young, because if I take a 30-year loan, yeah, but I mean that's a long time. So it's all about mitigating risk. I'm gonna see if I need to get a little bit better at this. I'm trying to keep my well, I got neighbors that have fields right next to me, so I just try to keep this camera on my field, just because I figure it's well, it just is what it is, right? Why would I be filming my neighbors' fields? So yeah, cattle are all on grass. Grass is all, oh, let's take a look here. Yeah, grass is I mean, it's coming up just a little bit. It's obviously nutrient deficient. It's got a little bit of discoloration going on with it. So it obviously needs nutrition. It obviously needs fertilizer. If I could, well, it ain't about if I could. If I ran over this field with a tractor, it'd mess up this field so bad right now just to put a little bit of fertilizer on it. Yeah, so also, if I had put fertilizer on this field earlier, that would have all washed away, because we ended up getting way more rain than was forecasted. So if I was gonna top dress fertilizer, I would be looking for a 1/4 inch of rain or less. If I was gonna disc it in, like if I was gonna put fertilizer in, if I was gonna put fertilizer on this field, then till it into this field, I wouldn't really be doing any fertilizing if there's gonna be 2 inches of rain at all. Even if I was gonna till it into soil, I wouldn't do any fertilizing. It's just too much rain. It'll all wash away. Yeah. Would I have liked to put more fertilizer on this field? Absolutely. Would it have given me a positive return? Yes. Well, I mean, if I think about how much damage it would have done to this field, as well as how much rain we got, as well as top dressing it instead of tilling it in, I would have. It would have. I mean, I would have made a slight return on it, but yeah, it's just. Yeah. Oh, you just whopped him on the head. You okay, fella? This fella right here, whenever he wants his, I realize what these cattle were doing. When they walk up to me, then hit me with their head, they're asking for their neck to be scratched. And they'll follow me around because they know I'll scratch them. But I realized that. I was like, why are these cattle following me around like Princess, my Princess is my processor calf. She does this to me. She'll walk up to me, she'll hit me with her head real hard. And I'll be like, oh my God, why is she doing that? I thought she was trying to run me over, but she's actually asking for her neck to get scratched. Cattle will do this to each other too. They'll lick each other's necks, and their tongues are abrasive. So I'll scratch his neck when this is all, after I've done this. But yeah, I have about 3 days of alfalfa left. It's supposed to rain on Tuesday. It's Sunday right now. I got enough moisture in the soil to grow grass for about 2 more weeks. These cattle all need to be at market in less than 2 months. I need to have tilled this field. I need to have prepped this field entirely by end of March. So I actually need to have these animals all put up front, or whatever animals that are left here, I need to have them up front by middle of March so that I can work this field. So either right now I keep all these animals and I pay someone $250 to haul them all at once from me, or I start taking them to market at once, or I start taking them to market one trailer full at a time. If I hold these cattle until middle of March, if I hold all of them until middle of March, I'll be able to get some more weight on all these animals collectively, so I'd make more money. But I'd have to pay $250 to get these animals hauled. I should have enough forage here to feed these animals on straight grass. I know that this field here, it'll feed 30 animals, zero problem, in good conditions. This grass will grow in faster than these animals can eat it, so I'll have more forage here. This forage is nutrient deficient though. I probably need to give them a little bit of a phosphorus mineral. I would think, from what I saw in that grass, it looked kind of red, so that's either frost damage or it's a phosphorus deficiency. So there's a lot of stuff going on. I just need to stay on top of it. I need to just keep after it. It's getting to that time where these animals should be going to market, so that means payday. I need to be making some money. Once I make that money, once I make money, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pay my debts so that my credit score goes up. My credit score right now is sitting at about 700 because I got so much debt. But once I pay these debts, my credit score should go back up to about 770. So when it goes up to 770 with zero debts, I'm gonna go into that bank. I'm gonna see what they'll do for what I can do in terms of opening up a low interest credit. I'm gonna just see what options they have, because my credit will be high. And then so if it's a credit that I only have to pay on if I use it, or only when I use it, then I'll open up as much as possible, because hey, knock it off, you won't get hurt. So yeah, because I mean, if it's debt that I only need to pay if I use it, then I'll open up as much as possible, simply because I may as well have it open. Then I don't need to use it if I don't need it. But if I see a possibility of making a positive return, then I can leverage that debt for assets to make myself some more money. I'll have to see. If I can convince a banker to give me 200 grand on less than 5% interest, I would open it. I would open it immediately. But yeah, I'll have to see. I'll have to see what kind of conversation I'm looking to have with a banker. For 200 grand at I'm already about 350 grand in debt. So if I ask for another 200 grand, I better have a good solid argument. I better have either, well, I mean, maybe if I offered well, I mean, I would need collateral. I would need yeah, to show that I'm making a positive return on capital. I don't know. We'll have to see. Because if I could open up 200 grand, I could buy myself another field immediately with cash. Or with debt, I guess. Yeah, I'll have to figure things out. I'm just got to keep my eyes on things. Got to keep on top of all this. Got a lot going on. Cattle are going to be at market here in less than maybe well, it's less than 2 months now. I just got to figure out, well, I just got to see what I'm going to do in terms of getting these animals to market, how I'm going to get them there, etc., etc. Then once these animals get to market, then I get a payday check. Once I get a paycheck, I'm going to pay my debts, get my credit score up, go talk to a banker, get ready for hay season, see what that banker can do, see what kind of money I can open. Then well, if that banker, if that my big plan with money is that if that banker says that there is zero way for me to get that kind of money right as of right now, even if I'm super persistent about it, then I'll find some kind of equipment dealer or something like that I could maybe go buy some new equipment, see what kind of bargains, or see what I can find. Because if I can, even if a banker tells me that they I only go to a banker like a commercial banker if it's a large sum of money. Like if I'm looking for a $200,000 loan for 30-year finance on 5% interest, that's $1,000 a month. If I was looking for a loan to pay $1,000 a month on, that's when I go to a commercial banker. If I was gonna take a small loan, like buy a piece of equipment or something like that, I'd just get a private loan. I would get a loan from the company. I would go to a big company, then ask for a credit line from their company instead of opening one at a bank, because usually they'll give me a better interest rate. They'll also give me longer financing terms. So my magic number is it's got to be 5% or lower. That's always been my my interest rate. Whenever I look for a deal or look for a bargain, I always look for under 5% interest rate. As of right now, who knows, with everything going on right now, with inflation so high, with rates going up, that may change. If I make a lot of money, that may change. We'll just have to see. There's a lot of stuff going on. That's it for me today, YouTube. Y'all have a good one.